Welcome back to another episode of Live from My Parents' Basement. I spoke with Heath Bartlett this week about our favorite bands and our favorite songs by those bands. We had a pretty good time recording this, and hope you enjoy it. Thanks.
How's that?
Well, there it is. There he is. Yeah, I hear you now. All right, so how's it been going, man?
Oh, same as usual. Another day, another weather change.
Yeah, that's about how it goes. Were you upset when your Celtics got eliminated?
No.
No? I thought you liked the Celtics.
They got beat by a better team.
Yes, absolutely. I bandwagon pretty stinking hard on this Heat team.
Do my thing. No, they deserved to win. Miami was just on an absolute roll, and the Celtics had nobody who could match up with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, I think Bam has a very promising career. He's a pretty decent shooter, but once he can get his three, as long as he becomes somewhat decent as a 3-point shooter, he'll be in pretty good shape career-wise.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the draft's going to be like, and if both teams make any big off-season moves.
Yeah, of course, there's rumors that Giannis would go to the Heat. I don't think he will. He's already said he'd want to stay in Milwaukee, and I don't think he necessarily fits the culture that the Heat have,
Yeah, but then again, Pat Riley can mold a lot of guys.
Pat Riley knows what he's doing. He really does.
Pat Riley is an evil genius.
Absolutely. He, I think Brian Windhorst, ESPN writer, he said he's never seen Pat Riley fall in love with a player quicker than he has with Jimmy Butler, just because they both have that hard-nosed outlook on basketball.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler really, I think he made himself he kind of changed how people view him this year.
Absolutely. Because, I think he got a bad rep for on all the other teams. He was seen as pretty arrogant, but then once you reframe all the stories you hear and you hear how he says it and you look at it now, it's like, oh no, he was playing on teams that weren't really competitive. Like he played for a good 76ers team, but you have Joel Embiid who's pretty lazy, and Brett Brown was an idiot. And so it sort of makes sense why he hated playing for the Timberwolves. He loved the Bulls, but it makes sense why he hated playing for the Timberwolves and the 76ers.
Yeah. But until this year, Jimmy Butler's best work was an office Christmas party.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that. Is he in there?
Yeah, he's in it. Jason Bateman, Kate McKinnon. It's a pretty good movie. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. What you're a big music guy, Heath. What have you been listening to lately? What's been on your plate?
I just finished listening to my Springsteen collection, and right before we started this, I got his newest album in the mail. So I haven't listened to it yet, so I'm waiting to preview it. And I just started listening to my Steely Dan collection.
I like Steely Dan. I do like Steely Dan. Just like
they're an acquired taste, but man, they're so good.
They got I don't know them in depth. There's like 4 or 5 songs I really like by them, but yeah.
Which ones?
I like Peg, Dirty Work, Do It Again. Reeling in the Years, of course. There's Hey 16. I haven't listened to that one in a while, but it's pretty good. But I mean, it's just
Hey 19.
Hey 19, yeah, sure.
You're off a few years.
Yeah, but as for me, I've been listening to the Allman Brothers a lot. Yeah.
Not bad.
I really like the album Eat a Peach for multiple reasons. First off, badass name for an album. I love the cover. It's just a old truck from the 70s hauling a giant peach, and every song is good. Mountain Jam is 33 minutes. It's a bit much for me, but I was speaking to LeGrand about it, and he said how Little Martha, the ending song, he says that's probably one of his favorite instrumentals, and it is a beautiful song. I absolutely agree with him.
I'm not overly familiar with the Allman Brothers other than their hits like, of course, everybody and their grandma knows Ramblin' Man.
Okay. It's a good song, of course.
It is. It's catchy.
It's a really good song.
I like Whipping Post and I like Melissa.
Melissa's great. Melissa's on Eat a Peach, actually. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat a Peach. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just got two. I just got the Tom Petty Wildflower set, and you need to start listening to Tom Petty.
There's like a few songs I'm okay with. I'm not big on his voice in general, but there's a few songs of his I like. I like what is it?
You don't know how it feels?
No, it's not that. Oh, what? American Girl. I like American Girl. You know,
everybody loves that one.
I know, but I do like that one quite a bit. And everyone and their brother says how good Tommy Petty is. I need to give him a shot. I do.
Yes, you do.
Because I like, out of the four like Midwestern rockers of like Mellencamp and Seeger and Petty and Springsteen, I like Seeger and Mellencamp. I cannot stand. I don't like Bruce Springsteen. Tom Petty's okay.
I can understand why some people don't like Bruce though, but Bruce is from Jersey. Petty's from Florida.
Yeah, that's what's funny about it.
I was going to say, since when did the Midwest get this big?
It doesn't. That doesn't make sense because it's those four considered Midwestern rock, but like you said, two of them aren't even from there.
Yeah, and of course Seeger's from Detroit.
Yeah, got Mellencamp from Seymour, Indiana.
Yeah,
not far from here.
Yeah, he hasn't really been too Midwestern in several years. It seems like. I mean, he still records out there in Brown County, but his style doesn't seem very Midwestern anymore.
No. Well, if you do end up listening to the Allman Brothers, and I know you probably will at some point, I would start with Eat a Peach. I think it is a great album. There's a few live songs on there, but they're really good live songs. Let me pull up what else there is. Brothers and Sisters is okay. Idle Wind South, but if I would start with Eat a Peach, it's a great album. Really great album.
I'll take that under advisement.
Yeah.
And also, I'm currently also now waiting on the mail to finish off my Van Halen collection. I'm waiting on two of their lesser known albums. I'm waiting for Van Halen 3, the album they did with Gary Cherone, and then the last album they did that came out in 2012, A Different Kind of Truth, when David Lee Roth came back.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on those two, and then I'll have my Van Halen collection finished.
Were you pretty upset when Eddie Van Halen died a few weeks back?
Yeah, that was a bad deal. I mean, he's great, and he was such a great talent and probably one of the great underrated guitar players in a lot of people's minds, because I think some people just kind of just don't realize how great he was.
Yeah. He was
everybody. You don't realize how great they are until they're dead.
Yeah, he was he was a virtuoso. I think that's how you say it. Technically magnificent for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, what else is there? Oh, I think we touched on this. We could just do it because we talked about this a few weeks ago before I had gotten sick. Do you want to just think of like a few of your favorite bands or singers, and we could just talk about like your favorite song by that band or group or whoever, just at the moment. It doesn't have to be ever. Just like at the moment, that's the song you're really digging. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so you go ahead and start. What you got?
Well, as it's been for the case since I was a teenager, the Beatles have been my favorite.
Yeah.
And of course, that's just the way it goes. I mean, the Beatles are probably number one. A Day in the Life's my favorite Beatles song. Nothing touches it. The closest one to it is probably either Something or While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Both great songs. I do like Something. That's nice.
George is my favorite Beatles, so there you go.
Yeah. We've known each other for, I don't know, past 9 years since I got into elementary basketball and whatever. And we've talked music forever. And I just now recently, within the past couple of years, started liking the Beatles. And you told me forever, it's like, you're going to like them. Just wait. If not now, you will eventually. And I was like, nah, I don't know, man. I finally like them. I don't know them that in depth, but I finally last fall was like, they're one of the greatest bands ever. I need to like give them a shot. So I knew what their mainstream stuff sounded like, so I skipped all that and just went into their lesser known stuff, and they're a really great band. I mean, I understand why people love them so much. I really do. And
All right.
I think for my I'll do one for the Beatles. I really enjoy the songs "In My Life" and "Blackbird."
In My Life, great.
I really like "Blackbird" as well. I don't know. I just really, those songs really connect with me for some reason. They sound real pretentious, but I don't know. I really enjoy those songs. They're good.
Yeah, and
No, go ahead.
probably my number 2 would probably be Tom Petty.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Number 2 is Tom Petty. My favorite one of him is just because I remember it so well from the concert I went to, is the acoustic version of "Learning to Fly."
Oh, yeah.
That's just an unbelievable song.
Mm-hmm. I haven't heard that.
My number three goes Queen.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody knows "We Will Rock You," "We Are the Champions," but my favorite is the last song on the last album they released when Freddie was still alive, and that's "The Show Must Go On."
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Freddie sounds amazing on that song.
Yeah. I think you said this before. Do you think he's the best singer there ever was?
In my opinion, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought you'd said that. I think I'll start. I'll go ahead with mine. Some of mine. Led Zeppelin is one of my favorite bands for sure. I got this sweet little poster right here. Them standing.
I've been needing to get that poster.
See, like I looked up like concert posters or like posters from their tour, but none of them were that good. But then I found this picture, just like Robert Plant looks like he's in his natural state. It was just like, I have to get that one. It's great. My favorite song by them is "Fool in the Rain." Babe,
that's a great song.
I absolutely I sort of the mind of like some bands' mainstream songs, even if they are mainstream and everyone likes them, there's a reason why they're mainstream. So I still think "Stairway" is probably their best song. Like, from trying to be objective, that's their best song. But the sweetest sounding song they have is "Fool in the Rain." It's the best. Like, yeah. I watched a video once talking about how complicated John Bonham's drumming was in it. It's just, if you don't, it's hard for me to think that he isn't the greatest drummer ever. But "Fool in the Rain's excellent song. It tells a story, and the story is pretty funny. But definitely "Fool in the Rain" for sure for Led Zeppelin.
My favorite Zeppelin song is probably "Whole Lot of Love."
Yeah, great song.
But that's the thing that people don't realize. Those last 2 Zeppelin albums that they released when they were still a band, "Presence" is such reckless abandon rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's just, I love the closer. I love "T for One."
Yeah, well, and it was
unbelievable. And "In Through the Outdoor," I love "Carousel Alhambra."
Yeah,
John Paul Jones really shines on it. I love the keyboards on it. It's an unbelievable song.
It's with "In Through the Outdoor," and they broke up not because they were mad at each other. It was because John Bonham died. They were like, we cannot make the same music without him. I know Robert Plant and Jimmy Page had sort of a rivalry, which is understandable, but they still, they didn't break up because they hated each other. But they were just like, we cannot be a band anymore. Like, he was so vital to what we sound like. But I like, if "In Through the Outdoor" was any indication of where they were going to be going in the 80s, it would have been fascinating. But they never got.
Yeah, you listen to that on Plant's first couple solo albums.
Yeah, my dad he really likes Robert Plant's solo career, like Big Log.
Big Log.
Yeah, that sort of
the mood.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Little by Little is a good one too.
Yeah. I think, okay, so this band, I've thought about it. Probably thought too much about it because it's such a stupid thing, but I'd say the Grateful Dead has surpassed Led Zeppelin as my favorite band, just because I love Led Zeppelin, I do, and I still think they're the best band ever. I still think that. I think they're better than the Beatles. We can fight all day about that. That's a whole other subject. But it's just with the Grateful Dead, it's hard for me to ever turn off one of their songs when it comes on. It's just every song of theirs. It's just, I love it. I love all of them. But my favorite song by the Grateful Dead is definitely Box of Rain. But that's whatever. Uncle John's Band is great. I really like Friend of the Devil. Friend of the Devil's fun. But they just have this soulfulness that with their music that I just love. It's so upbeat and happy. And even Eyes of the World, that has like one of my favorite intros ever with the guitar. It's almost trippy and psychedelic, which is rarely that's not really their sound, but something about Eyes of the World is really great as well.
Yeah, I like Estimated Profit.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's kind of funky, but it's good. And I like if you'd come out to a couple of the soccer matches this year, I brought the Grateful Dead to a soccer match. I played Shakedown Street.
Oh, that's great. I'm sure they appreciated that. They're like, what?
Oh, I got yelled at. They were asking me, what is this crap? And I'm like, hey, you're getting an education.
Oh, I love the Dead. Dead are great. It's so funny. Broke out Shakedown Street. That's awesome. Oh, man. And then my third favorite band, a friend of mine, Chance Hunter, he'd actually introduced me to this band a few years ago. It's odd because this brand of music is like a complete 180 from the usual music I listen to. But my third favorite band is The Cure. I love them. And I'm not big on 80s music in general, but they are like something about their sound. It's because it has that 80s thing of like some synth and stuff like that. But my goodness, I love their music. And my favorite song with them rotates a lot, but at the moment, probably like, because they're good about playing real depressing, emo music, but then they'll have like really like very poppy music. And so at the moment, I'd say the song I like listening to the most by them is called High. I don't know if you've heard that, but it's very, very poppy, but it's great. It really is. Oh, whatever.
I'm not too familiar with many Cure songs.
They're great. Like Disintegration, that's like the best album I've ever heard. It's really phenomenal. It sort of tails off toward the end, but like the first 7 or 8 songs, just one after the other, it makes up for whatever shortcomings it has. It is excellent. Disintegration is amazing. It really is. So who else you got then?
Okay, number 4 would probably be Dylan.
Oh, I do like Bob Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah. Top to bottom and all points in between.
Yeah.
He's eccentric. He's an acquired taste, but he's great.
He is very, very much so.
Probably my favorite one of his is the one that everybody loves, the one that really put him on the map, Electric, like a Rolling Stone.
Yeah. Yes, very good.
And then number 5 is probably the Floyd.
I don't know. I don't think I've heard that one, actually.
Well, Pink Floyd's number 5, my number 5 band.
My bad. I thought you said like song. Oh yeah, Pink Floyd's great. I love Pink Floyd.
Yeah, my favorite one by them is probably either Wish You Were Here, Echoes, or Time.
Oh, see, Time. Time is by far.
Comfortably Numb, of course.
Yeah, I'd have. Yeah, Time would definitely be my pick for Pink Floyd. Time is phenomenal. Time, and then when that's followed up with Breathe, it's great. It's because it feeds right into that whole album feeds into each other. It's great.
Yeah. I just went through the Floyd albums about 3 weeks ago, and I figured out that I like Wish You Were Here best.
Yeah, that's a
Wish You Were Here is my favorite Floyd album.
Yeah, I really like the album cover for it because I think it's
great cover.
Yeah,
I got a shirt like that now.
Oh, that's sick. You should have worn it. That's great.
It was a birthday present.
Oh yeah. I want to go back to Bob Dylan for a second. You got that. You got Tangled Up in Blue. times are a changing. My favorite one by Bob Dylan. There's also Lay Lady Lay from the Big.
Oh yeah, Lay's great.
But not Big Lebowski. Lay, yeah, that's good. No,
You're thinking Man and Me.
Man and Me. Sorry, The Man and Me. Love that. But
yeah,
my favorite is probably called Don't Think Twice. It's All Right.
It's a good one.
I actually discovered that song. Connor Dowden had posted a picture of it on his Snapchat story. I was like, let's give that a shot. Great. Absolutely great. I loved it. Don't Think Twice. It's All Right. Great song. For my number 4, it's the Rolling Stones. Again, that's another one to where it's like that favorite song rotates a lot. Like Can't You Hear Me Knocking? The beginning guitar in that, amazing. But I'd say Dead Flowers is probably my favorite by them.
That's a great one.
Yeah, really.
What most people don't know about.
Well, it's good.
Hey, it's good. That's good. Most people need to realize that's why buying albums is so important. You can't buy just the greatest hits because there's a world of deep tracks that are better than some of these greatest hits.
Yeah, precisely. Yes. Like I always think about it with Dave Matthews, who I don't listen to nearly as much as I did, but they were my favorite band for a long time. But all of my favorite songs by them, probably with the exception of Ants Marching, Crash Into Me, and Crush. Like my favorite song by them is number 41. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that. It's an amazing song.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Who would be number 5? Oh man. Man, who could it be? I'll go with Simon and Garfunkel, I guess, for now, because there's other bands that are right up there. But for just bands, it's Simon and Garfunkel, and I really like America, which is a popular song, but the lyrics, the story it tells, America's really great. I really have a soft spot for that song.
Yeah, it's a great song. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. What do you think of Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Heath?
Just Crosby, Stills, and Nash, or you want to go Crosby, Stills, and Nash?
Okay, both. I like both. I like both with and without Neil Young. So, what do you think of both then, or if you think one's better than the other?
I think they're pretty good. It's just the thing is they're just all strong-willed personalities, and I think they're just a blend of different styles. When you can play different way, they're more of a folk rock group, but they kind of teeter on like they could be harder, but they're not.
I think I like their folksier stuff more. Like I really like the song. Yeah. I like Teach Your Children. I like Our House. I like that sort of twangy sound. It almost sounds. It's like almost country, or like a song you would hear driving through Texas or something. But no, I like both versions. Even like Southern Cross. I love that. Dark Star. I don't know if you've heard Dark Star. Love it. Really good. That is like a more rockin' song. But it's really good. Crosby, Stills, and Nash is really good. I like them. And Young as well. Throw Neil Young in there. All right. Do you have a number 6, or is the top 5?
Oh, I could go on to top 25 if you ask.
Okay. We could just do
6?
Yeah, go ahead.
My number 6, looking at how deep my collection goes, I'm going to have to say my 6 would be the Stones.
Great choice, of course.
Yeah, Stones are probably 6. 7 is probably Genesis. I have really gotten into them over the past year.
That's okay.
Yeah. Genesis is really big. I got all their albums now, and I can safely say after listening to every era from Peter Gabriel to Phil Collins to the last album they did with Ray Wilson, Peter Gabriel era is the way to go.
Yeah. I don't know, not listened to a lot of Genesis, so I can't really say.
Well, we that you know what that means. Get on it.
Put it on the list. I've written down what my top 10 bands are on my phone. So let me see if I can find that. If not, I'll have to just go off memory, but I think I have it. I know Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Simon Garfunkel are on there, but I don't remember. Oh, here it is. So, yep, Simon and Garfunkel 5, Crosby, Stills, and Nash 6. I have the Doors at 7. I really love the Doors. I like the craziness of Jim Morrison. Great. Like Riders
Yeah.
on League. Go ahead.
They used to be in my top 10. They kind of, I mean, from about age 20 to about 26, they were a consistent top 10 band. Discovered more artists. They kind of, probably right now, if I had to guess where they would be now, they're probably running about 15.
Why is that?
Oh, just different discoveries, and it just pushed them down.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's how it used to be with Nirvana for me, because they used to be like top 5 band, but it's just the more stuff I've listened to, they've been pushed further down the line. But
Yeah.
I mean, still at the moment, I love the Doors. Like Riders on the Storm is great. Light My Fire, Break On Through the Others. Like just, I don't know. I love it. Peace Frog. I really like Peace Frog. That's a rocking song. But
Yep.
yeah.
Anything from Morrison Hotel is rocking.
Yeah, for sure. All right. How about you do one more, and then we'll probably just wrap up because we've been going for about 30 minutes or so. That's about my threshold.
Okay. Okay. If I want to round out my top 10, Zeppelin probably would be my number 8.
Okay.
The Eagles would probably be number 9.
Okay.
And 10 is a toss-up. I would say right now, if I had to name a number 10 right now, just off the top of my head, I'm going with The Who.
The interesting, a Dave Dean choice. He loves the Who. Yeah, I don't know much about them, honestly. I just know a few songs.
No. Just remember, when it's somebody you don't know much about, you need to get on the Discovery Channel.
Yeah. Well, it's like with the Allman Brothers. I liked, Jessica and Ramblin' Man. Like Blue Sky is probably my favorite song by the Allman Brothers. But, yeah. All right. My 8, 9, and 10 are – this one makes me laugh because it's not – I don't think this band is like one of the best bands ever, but I just like I surprisingly like a lot of their songs. So I have to put Hall & Oates up there just because I enjoy listening to Hall & Oates.
They're good. They're very good.
I like them. They're pop music, but it feels like there's actual talent behind it. It's not just what it's. I like them. I do. 9, Pink Floyd. And then 10, it's Nirvana. So Nirvana's still in my top 10, but it's been pushed to 10. But yeah, I still love Nirvana. They're, my opinion, probably the best band of the 90s, even though they ended in the early 90s. But love them. Love them artistically.
That's a solid list.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I think probably like the Police are like some borderline ones are probably like the Police. Who else is there? I don't know. But then I have like a whole separate list of like singers only, just like solo artists. Because it's hard for me to lump them together with these guys. So I have like those are just bands and then actual like solo artists. That's a whole other list. I haven't even thought about that one, but I try to keep them separate because I don't know, different sounds sort of.
Yeah, it makes sense. All
right. Heath, I think that's all we're going to do today. I actually have a meeting with group mates for a class over Zoom, so coming up soon. But thanks for coming on. We'll have to do this again sometime, man.
All right. Looking forward to next time.
All right. See you later.
See you, man.